I ain't gonna be long. Just gonna have y'all take a ride with me real quick. I ain't gonna be long. Come on in, smash the like button right fast. Come on in, smash the like button right fast. I ain't gonna be long. Smash my like button. Can't see the chat. Driving. Yo, salute to Greg Hackett. Yes, sir. Greg is back. Greg is back. He got his channel back. Salute to everybody that supported the brother. Salute to everybody. Not sure if it was a collective effort. It could have been a mixture of all things, a collective effort of everybody. Najee with his connections at YouTube. Could have been a bunch of things. But salute to Greg Hackett. He got his channel back. Salute to Justin Cash and that super chat. Much love. I'm at a red light. Salute to Greg. He got his whole channel back. I watched his stream. And he was going in, boy. But listen, man. Listen to things he was saying. Listen to the things he was saying. He was saying things like, all we trying to do is talk boxing. Well, Greg, without knowing, became a victim of what we always knew what was going on. He became a victim of what we always knew. While he's talking boxing, he offended somebody, and they ran around and did that to him. And he paid the price. The person that did that, what they always do is that when you click on their name and go to their YouTube channel, it disappears. They close the account. It's only about 1 or 2 people doing it. And Greg went in on Coonshawn Davis, you know, and apparently the person he was talking about, Coonshawn, they didn't like it. But like I always say, perception is one thing, but Greg never lied. Greg never lied about it. What he said is exactly how how I felt. You know, Keyshawn is doing everything but what he's supposed to do. He's doing everything but what he said he's gonna do. But I ain't gonna get too deep into that. The point is that we get on here and exercise our freedoms within the guidelines of the laws, the rules and regulations of YouTube. And these clowns, they do what they do, regardless. That's what they do. And they're disgusting. They're disgusting on a few angles. First of all, the people that are, on one hand, they're fanatics of the fighters that we either critique because we're holding them accountable, and you're disgusting on a level where you will go to the extreme of flashing your man parts or playing pornography on our streams. For what? What does that do? And then you wonder why I have all of those sound bites putting that community on blast. Well, what else am I supposed to think if you're running around flashing your man parts? Why do I need to see that? Why do you want to show that to another man? You know, what's the man crush about? If you don't like what I have to say about your favorite fighter, how about your favorite fighter does what they are paid to do, millions of dollars? Why is it, don't know what he's doing. Why is it a crime? This dude is literally asleep at the wheel, bro. That dude is asleep at the wheel. That's crazy. It's only 5 o'clock. What are you doing, bro? Too early to be drinking. It's crazy. So, if you have a problem with us talking about your fighter and you don't like what's being said, you don't have to agree. But in what universe do you feel it's okay to flash your man parts? And of all things, instead of typing in the comment section your personal feelings, you know you're going to get blocked if you're disrespectful. But what normally happens if you try to come in articulate and we say something like, all right, you know what? I'm going to drop a link for you. I can't do it here because I'm going live through, the YouTube studio. We drop a link and say, let's have a conversation. They get on here cussing and screaming, trying to ruin our monetization for that live. They try and lay what we call smart bombs, just as a form of disrespect. But if you can't have an adult conversation, that tells us everything we need to know about you as a fanatic. You're a fanatic. I told you I don't like using that term fans. Fan is short for fanatic. And Google the term fanatic. Fanatic is not a good thing. I'm a fan of no person. But I know it's become a figure of speech, but I don't like using that. I'm a supporter. I'm a strong supporter. I'm a supporter of the sport of boxing first. Then I support certain fighters and their actions more than others. There is no way in this God's green earth that I could look at Keyshawn Davis and say that he's anything outside of a prospect at this point. Drew, why are you saying that? Well, tell me why I should say he's anything other than that. Tell me why. Because he beat Jermaine Ortiz? Good job. You were supposed to do that. And I like Jermaine Ortiz. No cap, I like Jermaine Ortiz. But let me ask you this. And I said it this morning and I keep saying this. In this day and age, right now, especially right now, how do you knuckle draggers feel knowing that a guy like Teofimo Lopez, with everything that he said and all the ducking and dodging that he has done, you can still say that he has a better resume than a guy like Keyshawn Davis, than a guy like Tank Davis? The two Davises that should be fighting each other at 135. Right? Teofimo Lopez with the Josh Taylor domination, because he dominated Josh Taylor. Right? And he fought Shakur. It was in a losing effort, but he fought him. Those two things right there makes his resume better than Tank Davis. It makes his resume better than Keyshawn Davis. When Keyshawn was asked about his contemporaries, I was hearing him say things like, only got 8 fights, nah, bro, I don't want to hear that. Then why are you saying everyone's name? Cool, you're entitled to say everyone's name, but after a while, when a space and opportunity presents itself to get something done, get it done. Get it done. And that's all I'm saying, and that's all Greg Hackett was saying, things like that. Now, if you don't like him being profane, and you don't like him going in the way he did with bass in his voice and again, profane language, it's cool. But how about everyone, if you on YouTube commenting, you have your own content you could make. Hell, drop his name. This is my response to Greg Hackett. Y'all do it to me all the time. Right? And take his talking points and respond. Respond. But you guys are cowards. 95% of you don't show your face. And the ones that do show their face, they're not outside. Because I'm going to tell you what y'all not going to do. You can have a knockdown, drag out argument with Greg, but what you're not going to do is challenge him to a fight. Because he will invite you to the gym. You won't show up. Because y'all super coons and knuckle dragging apes, y'all ain't built like that. Y'all ain't built like that. At all. And I know that. I know that. So what you do is you hide behind avatars with letters in them. and you flash your man parts. Oh, I know how I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna flash pornography and get his channel taken down. It's cowardly. Because you won't win an internet debate. And all you're left with is unconditional love for a fighter that hasn't done anything. That's why I don't get triggered when you talk about Devin. You know, all I gotta do is, the resume speaks for itself. Who's better than Devin right now? Pick a weight class and tell me who's better than him. Y'all can't even say Canelo. Because Canelo, as far as resume and activity and what he's accomplished, y'all could put them in the same category. Devin's undefeated. You want to start there? Devin never popped dirty. You want to go there? Where you want to go with it? But let's talk about contemporaries. I literally had some clown telling me that, yep, got him. You ran a stop sign. Got him. I saw that. Got his ass. They get him there every time. Get him. So anyway. Every day they're there. How do you get caught? That's crazy. So, wait a minute. It's the end of the month? Yeah, they outside. Yep, gotta make that quota. I know all about that. Anyway. How many times I gotta tell y'all Devin Haney is everything that you wish your favorite fighter could be? And the messed up part is there was nothing but space and opportunity for you cats. Pick, I don't care if it's Keyshawn, I don't care if it's Tank, I don't care if it's Boots. Everybody has space and opportunity to do what Devin's doing, and they said no. Shakur's undefeated. Why? Tank's undefeated. Why is he not on the same level as far as resume as Devin? Boots. Hey, man, I got to give Boots some attention. That boy needs some milk. Because, bro, listen. When I talk about Boots, hey, listen, man. Boots is a top-tier guy. He was next up. But, bro, ain't no one told him to go over there with Eddie Hearn, bro. No one told him to do that. But I'll talk about that some other time. I'm just so, annoyed with that move, man. Because my expectations of Boots is very high. Very, very high. And I'm just like, I wish he didn't do that. Boo-Boo Andre 2.0, man. You know, but we talk boxing over here. And as you can see with Greg Hackett, while he was talking boxing and giving his opinion, somebody, a part of the Miguel brigade, and eventually I'll talk to Greg and I'll explain what Miguel is. Miguel isn't necessarily a person. Miguel is an ideology formed by YouTube from the Elemental P community, waving that dirty rainbow flag, who are paid to oversee what we do here because they don't like it. What they do like is underachievers. What they do like is guys like Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, racism. What they do like are troublemakers. For example, when Greg said when he tried to make another YouTube account and he couldn't because they banned his IP, that's why. Now, how many times did I write YouTube and say, listen, you will be doing us the biggest service in the world if you allowed us to block IP addresses when we block them. That's all you have to do. They don't do that. You know what they do? We block them, they come back with another channel. We block them again, they come back with another channel. A lot of these guys got like 10 or 12 ghost accounts. And we got to block every one. What they've done is, a couple of years ago, they said, okay, we could put it on subscribers only mode, and we can We can select how long you have to be subscribed before you speak. Sometimes you'll have a new person that's really genuine, but unfortunately, when we activate that, they can't say anything. So now we're isolating a whole new fan base, a potential fan base. And then if you get 10 new fans, not fans, but 10 new supporters in a week, then here comes YouTube unsubscribing them saying we're getting rid of spam accounts. How do you know if they're spam accounts? Did you check with me? Did you check with me? No, those guys could be, just super chatting and saying, hey man, I found this new channel, I like it. For example, Champside was live the other day, and he toyed around with this dude that called in, and it turns out this dude that called in was on the same thought process as us. He sees the bull crap going on in boxing too, as it pertains to black fighters in particular. And Champside, well, he was like, yeah, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. And what if YouTube turns around and blocks him? Then what? I'm at a light. G Tatted, I see you, Mr. Shelton. Cottage, what up, man? What's this nigga doing? You know what I'm saying? And all we ever ask YouTube to do is like, when we hit that block button, let us block a whole IP address. I know you can do that because you can do it on Instagram. Let me tell y'all a little story about 3 years ago now. Malik Scott put up a post when he was working out with Deontay Wilder, right? So as you know, we cool with all the Bomb Squad. So I commented on there, right? So then somebody hit me up. It was like, yo, Drew, who's this dude going in on you in the comments? I said, I don't know. I don't see anything. And as it turns out, somebody starts sending me screenshots. Some dude, some British dude, Drew Titan, I know you in here. Use a this and use a that, and I'll smack you and do this and da-da-da-da-da, and F Deontay and Malik and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I don't see him. You know why? Because I blocked him. Let's go, man. You remember that? I blocked dude. And on Instagram, when you block someone, they give you a choice. They say, block just this account or any other account that they create. I always go with option 2 because I don't want to see you. You can't DM me. Well, you can DM me, but I got to check to see who's DMing me. I'm like, oh, I blocked this dude. Don't care. You can't DM me without me knowing. It asks me, do you want to read this DM? This person is blocked. You can't DM me, and you can't at me, and you could be in the same comment, but you could talk about me, but I won't see it, and you won't see my comments. That's a strong block, ain't it? And I'm like, this is great. So someone starts sending me screenshots of this dude, and who DMs me? Malik Scott. He says, Drew, who's this guy? I said, some dude I blocked. I said, Malik, you can go ahead and block him. And he blocked him. So now you can't even comment on Malik Scott stuff. How you feel? Or because I say, yo, salute Bomb Squad, whatever, and then people started saluting me. And then dude saw it. You know what I'm saying? Dude saw it and was like, oh yeah, F you, Drew Titan. Now how you look? You was following Malik Scott in peace. And now he blocked you because I told him to. Now how you feel? You're blocking the whole IP address. And that's all I ever said about YouTube. When I block somebody, I don't want them to see me going live. I don't want them to come in troll in my chat. Now, you could log all the way out of YouTube and search for me and see me live, but you can't comment until you sign in with an account. Once you sign in, you can't comment. But there's another thing. If you sign in, you can't even find my page. How hard is that? And I know YouTube can do that. I've asked them to do that several times. You shouldn't know. You should think I'm dead. You shouldn't know that I'm online. You shouldn't know anything. That solves a lot of the problems. But you see, Miguel, they love the problems because you know why? They want to catch us lacking like that. Now, it's etched in stone. If you violate the terms of service as far as airing pornography, that's like no exception. You're gone for that. But there's something that YouTube has that called manual review. Manual review. And all they had to do that day, after whatever they have automatically set up that says, okay, our AI detected some pornography. We automatically stopped your live. The first thing they should have did was put you in YouTube jail. The second thing is, once you're in YouTube jail, they should have another unit review this and see what happened. And if they went back and manually saw Greg, I wasn't there, I wasn't in the live, somebody talking, and then he brings them up to talk to them and they start flashing that, and Greg didn't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. But if he's trying to get it off his screen or whatever, if it's up after a certain while, then YouTube zaps you. That's automatic. But there should be something called due process. If you have the system set up to automatically do that, that's a safety thing. That's fine. But when you hire people to go in there and say, let me see what happened. Okay, he's talking boxing, he's talking boxing, he's talking boxing. Okay, he's having a conversation with people. It's getting kind of rough. He let this person up. Okay, this guy's doing that. And from what I heard, Greg didn't know what the hell was going on until he looked at it. But by then, they took it down. And once you see that, they should say, okay, he didn't do that on purpose. He shouldn't even have a strike for that. He should just get a warning, man, you need to monitor who you let up here. That's why on StreamYard, which I think he was using StreamYard that day, I think. On StreamYard, there's an option where you could bring the person up, but they're on the panel, but you can't see them, which is wonderful. And it protects you from that. That's why when they're backstage, I say, yo, turn your camera on. Because Miguel did that to me last month. I'm like, bro, I don't know you. Turn your camera on. Then he tried to get on using Hen Dog's name. Hen Dog was in the chat, say, yo, Drew, that's not me. So what I'm saying is these people are out here. Another thing I like StreamYard to do, along with YouTube, before we let them up, we should get a notification on the app saying, before you let this person up, you need to know that this person's blocked on your channel. And not only that person that in that one account, like Instagram, this person's blocked and you got about 4 or 5 channels under that IP address blocked. Do you still want to let them up? I got Mag7 blocked to hell. When he's on Champ's side, guess what? I'll be in the chat and he'll be in the chat. He can't see me and I can't see him. He's the only person like that. Why is that? Now, I don't know how that happened, but I'm like, yo, hold on. I remember I was talking to Shelton. I said, yo, Mag7's in Champ's side's chat? He was like, yeah. He sent me a screenshot. I said, yo, I can't see him. That's great. That's what I want. We could be in the same spaces. If Champ's side don't have him blocked and I have him blocked, we shouldn't see each other. He can't at me or anything. Even if he puts it in the super chat, I shouldn't be able to see it. Unless Champ's side or somebody else reads it. Hey, Drew, he said something to you. Cool. Because he can't say anything to me on my channel. You sort of dumbass tried to come to my chat. I'm talking about Tank. And who pops up backstage? That dumb mofo. I'm like, bro, why you? We're not cool, bro. You made sure of that. So go away. Why do you want to talk to me? You don't want to talk to me about nothing boxing, but when I put Tanks in a meme, here you come. That's when he wants to talk to me. That's when he wants to defend his boo-boo. B-E-W, B-E-W. I'm not here for that. But salute to Greg Hackett. I'm so happy that he got his channel back. I'm so happy. Oh, what happened to me and Mag 7? Well, as you can see, I showed him nothing but love. I mean, we clowned each other. But you saw I gave him the panel. I let him speak his piece. He's been with me to the end of the show. I told him, yo, plug it. He said he's going to start doing content. We didn't agree on anything in reference to Tank. But I extended him courtesy. One night, not too long ago, we was on the panel with BFTB. And BFTB just flat out cussed him out. He kept talking, and then when I said, hey, man, you know, I disagree with him, he cussed me out like I cussed him out. I didn't. BF did. And I got like that when he got like that. And I'm like, why he got smoke for me? When he's on my panel, I never, how BF talked to him, I never did that. Never. Then he, oh, you used to be a cop. You used to be a cop. You said that to say what? You sold drugs in your high school and got arrested. Who would your woman prefer to bring home to meet her parents? A former cop? Or a kid that talk like that who has a criminal record for selling drugs in high school? It's not even close. The dude said he has a poster of Tank Davis in his house. Let me ask y'all, everybody got a favorite fighter. At this current junction, you're a grown man with about 5 kids from 3 different women. His words, not mine. Why do you have a picture, a poster, not a picture, a poster of Tank Davis in your house? Why? What did he do that you have a poster of this dude in the crib? I get Muhammad Ali, because he's retired, well, he's gone, but he meant so much more. I'll get retired fighters, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, somebody. But he got a picture of Tank Davis like he's 15 years old and in the gym and aspiring to fight like him. Furthermore, you're an adult and you're overlooking everything bad that this dude has done. Up until now, till this day, this morning I asked, if you're a fan, the last you heard was he was coming back. I don't like the fact that he's coming back to fight Cruz. I'm like, man, he already beat Cruz and he's fighting him at 140. So what's that? Whatever. Whatever. Then he was out in a car accident. What is that? A car accident? Champ Side reports it and says this is what's on his ghost account. I didn't even know he had a ghost account. So Champ Side reports it. K-Ho, the smut that he is, while Champ Side is live, Champ Side said, I'm not going to report, well, I'm not going to say what his ghost account is, but this is what I've seen. And he said the reason why he thinks it's real is because there's real PBC dudes on there. So in real time, K-Ho reports on it because he saw it on Champ's side, or somebody ran back and said, yo, you know about this car accident? Then K-Ho reported on it. Yeah, K-Ho. Got to say it in Spanish, K-Ho. What? Ho. Then he reports on it. So then Blue Blood says it's not real. I don't know. But I'm like, why is all this coming about now? Then the brother came to the chat respectfully and says he thinks it's fake because it's not on Google. And he got blocked on Champ's side. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't tell people how to run their channel. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I remember hearing it. But respectfully to the brother, if he's listening, if it was fake news and it didn't really happen because it was on Google, people are saying that that car accident's old. It may have happened before the Lamont Roach fight. Still in all, it was never on Google. If it was last week or last year, it was never on Google. So even if it's capped, why is that on his ghost account? And got PBC people in there talking on it. But even if it is capped and it never happened, all right, let's go with that. Why are we knowing about this? Why is that even a discussion when he potentially got a fight coming up? Then Coach Kenny does a interview with Mill City, and there's no fight date. He's not in camp. Basically, Coach Kenny don't know what the hell's going on. So then when I look to the Tank fans and I ask y'all, every time he does something, y'all say we complain. This is why. We don't know what the fuck. Listen. First y'all say leave him alone. Then y'all say, oh, you always down in black fighters. No. I tell the truth about him. Everything I said about Tank is not a lie. It's just that y'all perception of it is warped. Y'all are warped. Leave him alone, let him get his money. Fine, get his money. He's supposed to fight Jake Paul. Instead, he fights the chick at the strip club. Am I lying? No. Then he goes on a run. U.S. Marshals looking for him. Am I lying about that? No. Then y'all come back and say, aha, y'all said he was going to jail. I don't care whether he goes to jail or not. I'm on record saying I don't want no black man in jail for over some foolishness. This was foolishness. Then they talking about Cal. Coach Cal says, hey man, he's coming back. I need y'all to get behind him. I bet y'all do. I bet y'all do want to get behind Tank. Hackett. Support Tank, and okay, I'm like, well, the difficulty is, I've seen what happens when these dudes support Tank. Tank cusses them out. That's what I've seen. I've seen him cuss them out. But whatever. So he's coming back to fight Isaac Cruz at 140 after y'all said he was too small for 140, but y'all want us to mind our business because we're hating. All right, fine. And now Kenny says he don't even know what's going on because he don't, listen, I asked y'all, did he go see the judge about this violation of his probation? And then in the midst of that, something with this search warrant comes out. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? What are we doing here? Yo, when are y'all gonna be sick and tired of this kid? Can he get right? Did I lie on him? As a fanatic of Tank, when are y'all gonna be tired? When are y'all gonna be tired? When? Tell me when. Y'all gonna overlook this now? The search warrant? It's fake news? How about this? How about this? Never mind that. Because y'all didn't want to talk to me about it this morning. All right, cool. When is Tank Davis fighting? Maybe I want to buy a ticket. What's the date? Maybe I want to buy a ticket and go to the arena so I can meet Fanon and Southpaw TV and K-Ho and all the fanatics, KQKC. Y'all gonna come out to see Tank Davis. I'll see y'all there. Wait and win. I'm a working man. I gotta put in for days off. I gotta book a hotel if it's not in Brooklyn, because I live out here. When's the date? Nothing? Because I saw Kenny say he don't know what's going on. They asked him about the car accident. I don't know if that's real. Huh? Okay, so we heard y'all fighting Eastside Cruz, house camp. I don't know. We don't know. Huh? Huh? When's the date? But watch this. You know he got to see that judge. The reality is, y'all don't even know if he's going to be a free man. Y'all don't know. So y'all seen car accidents. Y'all seen search warrants. Y'all haven't seen a fight date. So y'all can line up and get y'all days off from work if y'all work. Y'all can save money like KQKC because he broke. Y'all got to save money for the pay-per-view. Or stream it like y'all claim y'all fanatics of these dudes, but y'all don't pay for nothing. All y'all Bud Crawford fans, y'all here, Bud, I love Bud. Yeah, you like Bud? How many pay-per-views you bought of Bud? I could tell you how many I bought. I could tell you the important ones. Amir Khan, I bought it for 2 houses and I went to the event. That was in Madison Square Garden. I went. I bought it for 2 houses and I bought a ticket and went. And when he fought Errol, I bought it for 2 houses and I went to Vegas. I supported the brothers. What about you? What have y'all done? Nothing. Gotta spell it wrong for y'all. N-U-T-H-I-N-G. Nothing. Nothing. But y'all support Bud though, right? But let me point out something that Bud said wrong. Y'all out here hating on Bud. You guys are ridiculous. I ain't gotta lie on anybody. If Bud said something messed up, I'm like, yo, you know, said that, right? Why are you hating on Bud? Why are you defending a lie? He's double talking. Right? Come on, stop. Stop. Y'all better leave me alone. Don't attack me. Y'all know what I do with these videos. You got a nigga like Sir. Claim he don't mess with us, but he's around us a lot. He tried to sneak over there to my brother, Coach Hudson. And I'm like, Coach Hudson asked the question. He said, who had a harder way to go? Bud Crawford or Deontay? And here comes Sir, Bud. Absolutely not. And this wasn't a shot at Bud. I'm saying Bud got away with something. And Bud better stay retired. Don't let your ego get the best of you, brother. Stay retired. If you come out of retirement, they're going to get you. I said, hey, man, it's clearly Deontay. Because he meant much more. And then I'm looking at it, I said, is that Cooking with Sir? On with this channel, it sure as fuck was. And I had to put a bug in Coach Hudson's ear. And I made him click the link. I said, yo, this is you, man? What's wrong with you? And I had to get at him. I said, bro, you a liar, bro. You forgot? You doing double duty on all these other people that forget boxing. These guys have threatened our lives. You over there? Remember when I said stay over there, sir? Remember when I said that? Then he gonna lie to Coach Hudson when I said, hey, bro, you said that I have people wrenched up in my chat that be doing double duty on the ops channel, and I said, say a name. He said a name. He was lying. He was lying. I said, man, I got your screenshots. I've gone to the live and I've seen you in the chat laughing with fire emojis. I seen it. And all I ever said was, I ain't gonna argue with you, but stay your ass over there. Don't come back here. Don't come back here. Stay over there. It's cool. I don't tell y'all where to go. But once you're seen there, don't come back over here. Why is that difficult? Why do you want to be around me? Not special. Got on my platform and said, I don't do things like that. When Scotty says that, I got low like a stripper booty. Excuse me? A what? Then he lied to me on the DM. And all I said was, brother, send me the information. You know what his response to me was? Pretty much, not word for word, but I have the DMs. After counsel with my wife, it's weird how some of these dudes got to talk to their wives. Your wife got to talk sense into you? After counsel with my wife, she said it doesn't matter if I send you screenshots of anybody doing anything because people could clone your account. Well, I know that. But go back to the live and give me a timestamp so I can look at it myself. And he fought me on that. But am I talking to you or your wife? He didn't even try, which means he did what he did. And all I said was, stay away from me, bro. I got low like a stripper booty. When they start talking about you, Drew, I got low like a stripper booty. Man, listen. Hey, bro, listen. If you're ever anywhere where you have to defend me, don't. You heard what I just said? If you are ever anywhere where you have to defend me, don't. You have options. You could stay or you can leave. Because if you go there and they say, oh, we're talking Jamal Charlo, we're talking Tank Davis today, and you get there and the first hour is about me, is that boxing or is it about me? Now, if you're there with laughing emojis and everything and people send me that, what am I supposed to think about you? You were never cool. And that's okay. You're not welcome here no more. Stay over there. It's that simple. Why do you want to be around me? That was funny? I don't think so. And that was what that white boy Bruce Gass was doing. With everybody. After what I did for him, I'm like, hey, bro, you know, you're seen over there, you know that guy gave us death threats, right? You know, Drew, I'm over here. I'm over here for the boxing. I say, yo, but my name is in the title. I'm not a boxer. My name is in the title. My government name was in the title. And you're over there? Bro, that's not boxing. And then you're over there with fire emojis and strong arm emojis. And it's a little worse with him because he's a white man enabling black on black bullshit. So you know I got offended. And what did I do? I simply blocked him and I erased him. And 2 years later, he was such in his feelings. He over there on that other stalker, the British dude. He's on his channel. Dude was like sneak dissing me. He's in the chat. Do you mean DT? Meaning Drew Titan. You mean DT? Because he don't know shit about boxing. Well, let me remind you about Bruce Gass. One night, salute to my brother Trick Nolte, he was able to get a hold of Vinny Pazienza. And that one night, Stormy B-Man was not available. I called Bruce. Bruce, are you busy tonight? Well, no, I'm not doing anything. I said, yo, listen, isn't Vinny Paz from your side of town? Yes. I said, well, he's coming on live tonight, man. Brother, join the live with us tonight. It was me, Trick Nolte, Vinny Pazienza, Bruce Gass, and Divine Sense Boxing. And I had Bruce Gass on the panel. Oh, Drew, you're such a nice guy. Oh, my God, you're so great. Oh, you're a nice guy. It's like a 3-hour stream. Look it up. It's still on my channel. Look it up. So here's why I brought that up. I extended the olive branch to him, helped him with his channel. He says that to outlaw pugilist, my British son, right? Who's, I don't know what his problem is with me. To this day, I don't know. But he's over there getting him to talk about me and says, Drew Titan don't know shit about boxing. But he was on the panel when I talked to Vinny Paz, and I'm going to make a short video of it because I think y'all may have forgot while I was talking to Vinny. And he says, yo, you a coach? I said, not really. I just been around a lot. And he says, you know what? I can tell. Because I dropped the gem And he said, I could tell you, you know, maybe not in boxing or whatever, but I can tell you know what you're talking about. And Vinny Paz is a legend. So coming from that, for him to say that to me, that hit my heart. And I said, man, I appreciate that. Bruce Gass would not have been a member of that panel had I not called him and asked him. And all I asked him to do was monitor his surroundings and to stop messing with the people that, look, we don't have to agree on boxing, but I don't hate you. You could be a Tank fan. I don't hate you. You could say, hey, man, it goes as far as the ring. That's it. And we can dialogue about why he's not doing certain things. But when you start justifying everything Tank does, when you're like, K-Ho, we will defend Tank Davis from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. I'm a man first. I could say, hey, man, I love what he does in the ring, but you know what? What he did over there, outside the ring, unacceptable. I don't condone that. That ain't K-Ho. That ain't a lot of these dudes. I thought Bruce Gass was cool. He was also a thief. He was also a thief. And all we did was show him the utmost respect. He's a little older than me, too. So I'm supposed to be looking up to these dudes. And they do that. So I didn't cuss him out. I didn't say anything. I let it go. But that day he did that, if you go to my channel, it says, why the LDBC has trust issues. Go watch that. And I let it all out. Because he's another dude. Y'all didn't know I stopped dealing with him until like a whole year and some change later. I leave these people alone in peace. And when I blocked him, he knew I blocked him. Because he was trying to comment in the comment section a couple of days later. And I saw what he did and I left him alone. He texted me. I know what you did, brother, but it's okay. It's all love. I never responded. Because I warned him about it 2 times. I said, yo, look, bro, you got to watch your surroundings, bro. I warned him twice. He did it a 3rd time. I had to leave him alone. Bray, then, I can't even. Bray, you're asking me, are you with the LBC? I'm with the LDBC. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. They call me the lieutenant. I didn't make that name up. They gave it to me. Blue Blood is with the LDBC. And that's my brother. Just to answer your question. Y'all don't have to block him. He ain't say nothing funky. He's asking the question. Yes, absolutely. And what I found is that a lot of people, they know about us, but they don't know why we exist and what we actually do. And they have a preconceived notion of who we are, but they've never asked. They get on here and pound their chest like they know what we are. Like they know why we exist. They don't know any goddamn thing. They don't know anything. For example, I was in my brother Marco's comment section. I already know. I explained it this morning. I said, Marco, I don't comment in your comment section because I could be a distraction. You could have somebody there that's been blocked on one of my brother's pages, or I may have blocked them. They may be there with a wrench with you, but I don't want to become the focus of what's going on in your chat. I just listen. Situation happened. I don't want to revisit it. But I was reading the comment section, and yeah, they freed Greg. And dude in the comment section was like, oh, the LDBC, they used to be Wilder and Errol followers. Now they following Devin. Furthest from the truth. First of all, Bill Haney came to us, and we helped blow up Devin Haney. He went to Black Fight Fan, and we blew up since then. We blew him up. We helped him. You can ask him. That's why he shouts out the mighty LDBC. Black Fight Fan already had a pre-existing relationship with Errol Spencer's entire team in Texas. Y'all don't know that Black Fight Fan is the reason why Errol and Bud was mentioned in the same sentence. He got in his car and drove up to Omaha and spoke to Bomac. Said, what's up with my boy Errol? See, y'all don't know that. The general had a pre-existing relationship with Keith Thurman until he violated. And he don't fuck with Keith no more. The general also had a pre-existing relationship with Deontay Wilder years before he won his first championship. How about that? Now watch this. Right now, there's a young king that we support right now. Do you know his father's in the chat right now? I'm about to meet up with them next month. He's in the chat right now. Now, sorry. Now, when he blows up, and him and his son are in my chat or on my live streams and we're talking with them, and when he blows up, all of a sudden it's going to be, oh, now the LDBC's following him around. No, the brother came to us, and I reviewed the work, and I said, you know what? I support the work. Plus, I ain't scared to say it, he black. He black, and I support him. Off the rip. I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be afraid to say I'm supporting him because he's black. Everywhere I turn around is Viva Mexico, Viva Puerto Rico, Viva Argentina, Viva FBA. What y'all talking about? Absolutely. Y'all bugging. Absolutely. Shout out to the Van Houters. Shout out to the Van Houters. And when that boy blow up, when he's making hundreds of millions of dollars, remember, we supported him from day one. Don't act like when he blows up, don't act like we just jumped on the bandwagon. That brother been here since day one. And I support the work. And all I see is that young king working and his parents supporting him. Y'all don't know what y'all talk. Y'all don't know, but just remember. Just remember, when he pulled up on here, he pulled up to the Strong House. And I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, I see the king working. Let's work. Can you do a video on why Jason Whitlock hate on black people? You know what, Bray? If you check my resume, go to my channel and scroll down, and you'll see me. You'll see Jason Whitlock's face. Click on that live. Do it today. You'll see his face. I did it a few weeks ago. But on that live, I'm killing Jason Whitlock, and Deontay Wilder pulls up on me in the chat. On the panel. I'm glad you mentioned that, brother. We support over here. Win or lose, we don't jump ship. See, everyone else is a fan. We're supporters. You better get your mind right. That's why I say it's LDBC or nothing. And we got close relatives. Champside, Sugar-Free Mars. You ain't got to be LDBC to kick it. If you got your head right, we fucks with you. Strongly. Coach Hudson is my brother, and I saw him killing it on a Champside's panel. I said, I like this brother, man. And I was able to reach out to him. I said, bro, you got to start a channel. We need to hear more truth. You got to start a channel, brother. There you go, Blue Blood. My brother, Blue Blood. There you go right there. Goddamn right. I ain't got to lie to nobody. There was a dude on Marco's channel just the other day lying. Lying. You know what the nigga said? I'll just give you the short version. Nigga said he got into an argument on a panel on this dude H Money. Y'all remember him? He got on H Money's panel and got into an argument with a guy named I Am Ill Will. I'm like, huh? So I'm listening. Dude said he got in an argument with him, went to the Barrios Tank Davis fight, caught Ill Will lacking, and then Ill Will was copping pleas at a bar. I said, no, hell no. Number one, I spoke to the brothers that weekend. Nothing like that happened. Second of all, Ill Will's a fighter, bro. Ill Will's a fighter. There's no way that someone's gonna walk up. He's a Marine, y'all. He's a Marine. He's just not some dude with a big mouth. He's a Marine. Now, he had told me that he had a fight, then I'd have confirmed the story, but nothing like that happened. So we contact Ill Will, and he was, for y'all that don't know, Trill Will and Ill Will's the same person. So I text Marco, I said, this dude on your panel, he's lying. And I sent them a picture of that night. I mean, that day they were in Atlanta. I said, that's Trill Will on the far right. So I clicked the link, came on the panel. No, the next day, because he said, I'm gonna ask him about it. I said, yo, what you lying for? So then Trill Will clicked the link. I said, is this the dude? He says, no, I don't know no Trill Will, I know Ill Will. I said, that's the same person. His old channel got killed by YouTube, but this is the guy. That's I Am Ill Will. This the same person? He says, no, I don't know that guy. So it could be a coincidence. Ill Will could be, but who was the person? Because then he said he saw Ill Will sitting at a table with other LDBC members. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you walked up on a guy. So then Marco put up the picture because I texted to him. He said, was it this table? He said, oh, nah. Kyle was there. Tay Jones was there. Trill Will was there. Junior, big ass Junior the Truth. Junior like 6'5". There ain't no way, LDBC or not, ain't no way somebody's with your boy and some dude just randomly comes up to the person you with. Hey, bro, what you talking that craziness on the line for? LDBC or not, if you let that happen to someone you rolling with, you's a sucker. I know that ain't happened. And he's saying online, oh yeah, because I don't look how I sound. I don't care. You could be Shaq. I'm a man first. If you think I violated you online and you see me anywhere and you say, hey, Drew, what was up with that madness online? I don't know what I say. But you invaded my personal space. Back up and tell me what I said. At this point, you know what? I don't care. If you offended, fuck you. I said it. What we doing? What we doing? What's it gonna be? You stepping to me, what's it gonna be? Let's go where you want to take it, because it's not safe for you out here. So now we on a panel. He start backpedaling. Swear to God this happened. It just happened like 3 days ago. So I said, so this ain't him. No. This nigga the next day starts talking about the story again. And he said, LDB, I stepped to him, there was some other LDBC members, and I said, Jesus Christ. What LDBC members? Was it me? Wasn't Trill Will? So you thought I Am Ill Will was LDBC, right? So that's who you was fussing with online on H Money's panel, right? So now I said, this ain't the guy. So this dude that you talking to, you was at another table and you know that was Ill Will with LDBC members and you walked over there and they ain't do nothing? First of all, at the Barrios Tank Davis fight, any other LDBC members that would have been there, everybody would have connected. I know that. In other words, this grown-ass man was lying. All he is a dude that got blocked somewhere, because when he was telling the story, guess what he was saying? Oh, this was around the time the Wilder Fury and Errol and Bud beef, and it was never no beef. He sound like one of those niggas that I just keep it boxing. I think Wilder's gonna lose to Fury because Fury's a better boxer. Oh, I'm keeping it boxing. Who's the LDBC riding with? More Errol, so I'm gonna go with Bud. And he went somewhere and got funky and got blocked on all the channels. That's what happened. And he said H Money flipped on Wilder. Y'all remember that? But he over there. Next day, he's talking shit. Man, you know what? And this is a good and grown dude. Good and grown. Salute the Skywalker in that super chat, man. He said, salute Drew, looking good, fam. I'm outside. Salute to you, brother. Everybody got our beef in their mouth. That's what it is. And when we pulled up to see what was going on, because I text Mark, I said, this dude's lying, bro. He said, all right, you can come up and rectify. And I did just that. Then the next day, he's retelling the story. But now he's saying that it was some light-skinned dude, but now he still got the light-skinned dude sitting with some LDBC members. Who are these members? How do you know there was anybody? Even if you said that situation happened, and I know it didn't, don't put the LDBC's name in it. What are you doing, man? And keep it gully, man. The LDBC is majority of black men. Some women, but black men. Brother, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? I don't see Latinos doing this to each other. It could be a Mexican and an Argentinian, and I don't see them doing that to each other. That'd be y'all. Come on with the come on, get down with the get down. We got a meet and greet. It's in Milwaukee. We're going to have some fun. Salute to Greg Hackett. Welcome to planet Earth, brother. What you just went through, we've gone through. Take your talents to Rumble. Real stuff. Take your talents to Rumble. And now that I got y'all here, y'all make sure y'all go follow the Van Houders on all social media. That kid's a young buck, and he's coming. Miguel, get your mind out the gutter. You're disgusting. I said he's coming, and fuck you talking about? You pillow biter. Salute to the Van Houders, man. I'm going to see them next week. Man, salute to y'all. I got to get out of here. I got stuff to do. Thank y'all for rocking with me. BF should be coming on. You know what I mean? LDBC all day. Bronx on deck, y'all. We out.